Goodness gracious.
No, it's over here now with me. All right, let's see. So first thing is that we gotta give it a second.
Give it a second.
So we gotta see if we're actually.
What fucking number are we on?
We are on 87.
Suck a dick.
Yes, 87.
It's been a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's consistency right there.
We're not fucking playing.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're not fucking playing. It's like
All right.
one can spend their whole life being a dick. And then wake up and be like, oh, so that's why you have nothing in your life. That's why you live in your friend's house. Like, oh, you mean you have to like try? And it helps that I have like the luxury of like supportive people that had goals to make a podcast outside of what I wanted to fucking do. Like Anthony wanted to have a fucking podcast.
Yes. I wasn't trying to start the song, but we can if you want to.
I mean, look, man.
Holy
I mean,
mute.
it is the 87th episode. That's a big deal. The big 87.
The big 87.
I mean, it only makes sense.
Yes.
We got legends in the building. CLE legends in the building.
We got Anthony here.
He's not a CLE.
I'm not
legend.
CLE. It's legend to legend.
He's a transplant.
Yeah, I'm a transplant.
This
I'm
motherfucker
here.
just came to the party.
Yeah, man. They said it was cold up here. I said how cold, and I just came up. The flag is not seen. I'm sorry.
Where's the flag?
The flag.
If I can be seen.
They saw you. They saw you ghost out for a second. Yeah, with the flag on.
Anthony.
Yes. Play
Hit the
music.
motherfucking music.
Big 87.
Yes! We out here, you fucks! Episode 87. Love and Chokes podcast. The big homie Anthony behind the switches, holding up the cell phone. We had to do sound adjustments. We couldn't have the mic on the TV where we normally play the song from because we have a guest. Motherfucking Andres Pronelskis.
Oh, hey. How's it going, everybody?
A Latvian sniper, an Atos Jiu-Jitsu black belt, a multiple-time IBJJF medalist and champion in the building. Andres is from here, from Cleveland. So if you motherfuckers are out there and you're like, man, I want to train, I want to get really good, and I live in Cleveland though, you might have to move, but you can get your motherfucking start here or anywhere else. So keep that shit in mind. Let that shit be known. You don't have to live or grow up next to the jiu-jitsu. You can get super, super good and either move to the jiu-jitsu or make the jiu-jitsu come to you. It's a limitless time. Especially if you're handsome and white.
Yeah, it does help.
Anthony, kill the fucking music.
Perfect.
All right.
And just a big thanks for the 87th episode. This is a big deal. So thank you for choosing me for the big 87. I really appreciate it, Darren.
Well, we didn't fucking choose you, honestly. Like, we chose to do an episode, but I've been wanting to have you on forever. Because you've been the homie way before the fucking podcast was even a thought.
Yeah, it's been quite a couple years now.
And, but I wanted to do it face to face. Like, I wanted to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Because we don't really even have the proper technology to do otherwise.
Yes.
And so we've had some like phoned in guests, and like you might need to get up on that mic. You need to,
Oh, okay.
Yes.
or you
Sorry.
can move it to you, especially
This
for
is
the
good.
YouTube audience. Sometimes they don't hear us if we're not very tight to it. But I wanted to have you on because we don't have the fucking technology necessarily to do it the right way. So when we have like a phone guest, it's always a phone up to a mic. It's never right into the board.
Yeah.
So it always sounds kind of fucked up, and like I don't want to have a fucked up situation with like somebody that I actually value and I think adds value to the people that watch the podcast potentially. Though,
Yes.
I'm not making any rules.
No.
Like just because like you good at jiu-jitsu doesn't mean we have to talk about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You can never
You
talk
can
about
really
it.
cover any topic under
Yeah,
the sun.
it's the only
Yes.
fucking thing that I like about doing a podcast is that I don't have to like cater to an audience. I just like present some ideas. And sometimes Anthony forces me to look at weird news.
Yes. Yes, I do.
And then we out, you know?
Pretty much.
So you're back in CLE for a few days.
Yep.
You're going to be out of here on Monday. It's around the time of your birthday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 28 next week.
28.
Yep, getting that much closer to the Masters division feels really weird.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say death.
Well, that too.
How old are you, Anthony?
Death as well. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Well, when you get to 25, you'll feel it. That's the first time it hits you in the dick. Because, like, 21 feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22, 23, 24 don't feel like anything. 25 is when you realize you're immortal.
It's
Like,
true.
not immortal, immortal.
No, I
Like,
agree.
you will die one day. You're like, oh, shit. I'm a quarter of a century.
In fact, like 22 and 23 were nice because it's like a 21-year-old with wisdom. It's like you have the youth, but like a year or two on top of it. But yeah,
Okay.
once you get to 25, it's kind of like not so good. And then 26, you're closer to 30 than 20. It's just.
Interesting.
I just hold on to the idea that everyone reaches their prime in their 30s. That's what everyone says. So.
Well, I'm about to be 40.
Oh shit.
If you really think about it, I'm 37, man.
God damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Damn, 10-year difference.
It's a trip, right?
Yeah.
It's a trip.
It's weird that when I met you, you were my age now, or around that, right?
Yeah.
That trips me out to think about.
I remember the first time, like, I mean, I was always conscious of the fact that when I met you, you were a kid, right? But you wrote down your email address, and it was like MMA fan 90.
That's exactly what it was. Yes.
And I was like, you were born in 1990? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, Jesus! Like,
Yeah.
You're
That's
so
weird when
much
I
younger
see
than me.
when I see kids like that were born in '97. That trips me out. It's weird. Like they're adults now.
Right.
They're around there.
They're adults now.
Bugs me out. Yeah.
Slide in the DMs. Yeah, but it's strange. Like, so I guess that means we've fucking known each other for 12 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's a long goddamn time. That's one of my, like, that's one of the longest friendships that I've had.
Yeah. Likewise, that I've actually really stayed connected with.
Yeah.
Feel our friendship has reached the point of mastery. It's past 10 years, so it's kind of cool. We're master friends now.
Well, there was a rough time.
Yeah.
There was a rough time. Like, it took some forgiveness on your part to be my friend, I think.
There's some stale moments here and there.
So, when Andres got super, super good, this is just my take on it.
Lift your mic up.
You lift it up.
I can't.
You son of a bitch. When Andres got like super, super good, like he like showed some sparks, in my opinion. So I remember before the first time Andres competed when he was a white belt, I told my teacher who had given me the academy, I was like, yo, I got this dude. He's a white belt. He's a child, and he gonna submit everybody. Like, he's gonna go in this tournament at Strong Style, and he gonna stick it in some grown-ass men, bro. And he's like, oh, word? That's awesome. I can't wait. So it goes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way that I would tell the story,
Yeah.
it went down exactly as I fucking said it would,
Okay.
including my man here
Yeah.
making a grown-ass dude cry.
Yeah, I did. I do remember that. I remember that.
Jeez.
So
Jeez.
my homie, the big homie, watches it and he's like, man, he lost a lot of positions. I'm like, he tapped everybody. It's like, man, he got it. And I was like,
Everybody's a critic.
Yeah.
I know, right? I was super hot about it actually at the
It's
time.
like critiquing a kindergartner's artwork. It's like I just started, bro, but cool.
So he got good very quickly.
Right.
Is the point. We'll fast forward, right? And there was a point where he could kick my ass.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of getting better and working harder, I didn't. Complete stagnation on my part. And I kind of went into the tank. And he had an opportunity to go to a better team, and he made that choice. And I was super happy that he made that choice, even though it did hurt me,
Yeah.
because it just made me look at myself.
Right.
Like, did you ever feel like I was mad at you?
There was moments where I felt a little bit,
A little bit.
just bitterness at least, a little bit of bitterness,
That's respect. It probably came across.
maybe.
That's possible.
But I understand. I knew that you understood.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I really fucking did. Because I wasn't blind to the fact that I wasn't being helpful anymore. Like, not even supportive, really. Because, like, you would call to train. And, like, we did a movie, Aardvark.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's all fiction for the most part, but there's aspects of it that are true.
Right.
And one of the true aspects in it are moments where you would call me and be like, yo, you want to train? Like, let's get after it. Because he used to come to my house, and there's like a dining room mat space, and we would roll in there.
Right.
Even when my landlord showed up and told me to stop. But then I would just not answer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. Okay.
this guy.
All right. No, that isn't.
This is not like 9 a.m. doing fucking ring pull-ups, Darren.
Yeah.
This is fucking bitch cunty Darren.
Okay.
That's who he had to deal with. Like, you get this.
Yeah.
He did not have this. It is not, no. Like, attention?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Like,
No.
I was in a very weak state. And so it was a good time to fuck off. It was a good time to get the fuck out of here. And so, yeah. So I saw that clearly. And then he went on to accomplish tons and tons of shit. And, but yeah, without that forgiveness for not being there during that stage of his development, like, he couldn't have even been my friend, you know?
All right.
Could have easily been like, fuck that guy. And it wouldn't have been wrong.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been wrong. You know? But he chose to keep me at a distance but still like give a fuck. And he would check in on me and I would check in, say hi, what's up.
I'm sure I had my moments too where I was maybe a little douchey at times.
Whatever.
I'm sure.
But I was the cunt though.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Do you know what I'm
No one's
saying?
Perfect.
So like
Yeah.
like no one should ever be a douche, right? But like whatever. Like if you're right, it's like almost better though. Like it's okay. It's okay-ish if you're right. But yeah, like that's why like fuck man. I need to come out to San Diego and just chill for like a week and train a lot.
Yeah.
And
there's
now
a
that
lot
I'm
of places,
unaffiliated,
there's a lot of places that
I
you
can
can
go
to.
everywhere, including your slots. And like
Especially for open mats are free.
At Atos?
Yeah, on Saturdays.
Okay.
And you get a good hodgepodge of people from different gyms.
And there'll be people that are like, that guy smokes cigarettes. I can't wait to whoop his ass.
Yeah. When you see a black belt,
Awesome.
everyone gets a murder boner when they see a new black belt.
I accept.
It's just how it is.
And it should be.
Yeah, well, that's what was nice about being a white belt. There's no expectations. You can fuck up a lot and no one gives you a lot of shit. But as a black belt, even purple up, like I feel like
Yeah.
you got to prove
It's like,
yourself
why'd
in a
you
little
do
bit.
that?
Yeah. Or
Where like you would never ask a white belt why he did that.
yeah, exactly.
Like, why did you make that choice? It's
Well,
like, because I'm a fucking dummy.
Unless you're competing in the strong style tournament and you lose a couple positions.
Oh shit!
But other than that,
The
yes.
callback. The callback joke. Oh fuck. But yeah, like, I don't know. I would like to travel a lot in the next like 2 years, and really get like re-immersed in where the game is.
Yeah.
Because I was away.
Yeah.
I was away from that game aspect of jiu-jitsu for a while, and it changed a lot.
Definitely.
And people that have made a lot of these radical changes are being successful. It's not just like gimmicks. It's like people with completely different attack styles. Like in that no-gi world where EBI matters to those people, right? Leg locks have really influenced that little culture. And then lapels and belts and wraps and entanglements and leg entanglements have really influenced the culture of the gi game. And during those transitions, I wasn't paying attention to those things. And of course, like, I'm going to get a private with you. I'm going to pick your brain about some shit that I know you're good at. But there's so much going on in the fucking game right now that got born when I was away. Like, do you know who Instant Inoue is? I know you do.
Yeah.
But do you know, like, he, like, went through this thing where he was like, I'm not a black
Yeah, he
belt.
took away his black belt. Yeah.
And I felt both
And
ways
a lot of
about
people
it.
got offended and stuff.
Like, I understood kind of what he meant. But, like, there's just no purpose.
I think
like,
people took offense to it because they feel like that's an attack on themselves. Like, oh, he must think I wouldn't be a black belt too then.
Yeah,
But it's
like, it's nothing to do with you.
It's really, it's his own personal path. And everyone's a black belt version of themselves. It's really
Yeah,
what they
I
built
feel
for
like the belts are
themselves.
fucking stupid. Like, we were just talking about knowing of blue belts that can give it to people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, you can fucking get it from a
There
blue
is,
belt.
like, I have to really make a point that it's only at the highest competitive level. But when you get the highest competitive purple belts, blue belts, they're not that far off from black belts.
Right.
From good black belts.
Yes.
And
exactly.
Yeah, you know, a good example actually is, you know, Jamil. We were talking about Jamil,
Yeah.
who won Worlds. He was a black belt. He lost in this Korean Spider tournament to a kid who got silver at purple belt Worlds this year. That's the guy who beat him. Granted, he is a weight class heavier, and that
Still,
does play
though,
at that level. But that goes to show you that
the skill
and it's
level
not
is
an
out
attack-
there
yeah,
at
it's-
different belt levels.
It just shows you they're all, and that guy is very good. I've rolled with him. He's very, very good. Like, it's different now.
Do you ever think there'll be a time where the belts aren't staggered for competition? So, like, I think about wrestling, and, like, in wrestling, there are no belts. There's just your weight. And there's bad motherfuckers. You know? Then that's it. It's like, you either succeed at this level or you don't. Do you think that jiu-jitsu could ever do that?
That's a good question. What do they do for judo? Because that's a good test study. You can always look to what judo does and see.
I know that
Obviously,
they
it'll
have
evolve
belt
differently,
levels, but I feel like people get their black belts in judo as competitors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, maybe you just have an aptitude for that competition and you have a couple throws that you're really good at landing.
Yeah,
and you've been training for 2 years and they put that belt on you.
Maybe
and
they'll
they're
just
like,
do
go out
that.
there.
And well, the thing is, IBJJF has restrictions as to how fast you can get your belts. But I feel they're going to have to change that soon because people are just getting good too fast because it's becoming more of a science now.
Yes.
Like people are really,
And especially
it's
if
turning
you're a
into
true
real
athlete
sport.
coming over.
Yeah, of course.
And you
yeah.
can be specialized in something awesome.
Yeah, and if you can stay within your realm,
Yeah.
and keep people in a lot of games, like it's an easy realm to get into and to stay into. So,
Example.
like, a good example is if you're really good at the berimbolo, because you think about that, you don't need to be necessarily good at passing. You go double guard. If they come up, you can play all of your berimbolo stuff. If they stay down, you can still do berimbolo.
Yeah.
So or you could just play double guard and go for the advantages and stuff.
Mm.
So that's a game that's really easy to you can really just get super specialized in that. And later down the line, you can hit a couple snags in certain situations against really good guys. Or they'll know how to play it right. They'll be good enough to exploit your weaker areas. But like just stuff like that. There's certain games you can play like that where you can get into it right away.
And live there.
Yeah, you can basically
Like
live
you
there.
create a world.
And it works everywhere regardless of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, well, you look at butterfly guard, it's a good guard, but the second the guy stands up, you no longer have butterfly guard. You have to go to single leg X.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Respect. Does that make sense to you, Anthony?
Sorry, what? I was looking at judo stuff.
You're like, I'm doing producer stuff.
Yeah, but no, it does make sense to me.
You can always go back and listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
It was right, don't worry.
It was
right.
correct.
It's correct. It does make sense.
Oh, shit. Have you been watching any MMA?
I followed a little bit. The drama really gets me. I like all of the very WWE style, like trash talking and stuff. It really,
it's the way it should be.
Man, it is. I don't know why people complain about that. It just makes it entertaining.
Because they're fucking marks, and they don't want to be marks, but they love being
I
marks
remember
at the same time.
one of my friends said, it's just like WWE now. I was like, what's wrong with that? Like, they're
Like,
still
oh,
fighting
you mean
for real.
like a really successful product?
Yeah, it's just without the writers, which it sometimes makes it funner because sometimes the writing is so bad because they're writing for themselves that it makes it comical. It's good. It feels real because it's just not good. And like, I don't know. It has a realness to it too.
So, a fight got announced today.
Yes.
My boyfriend back.
Oh, Nate Diaz. Yes.
No. You shut your fucking mouth. Anthony, goddammit. Look, it's well documented that as well as being black, my mother's maiden name is Sullivan.
Mm.
I'm Irish, dude.
Yeah. Is he officially? It's officially happening.
I tried to put it across like a shoot. I was
Yeah.
like,
Like, yes, I am.
like the Irish delegation selected me. I'm not even
Yeah.
black anymore.
Officially Irish now. Yeah, everyone
So
is
yeah, I'm a
Irish in
huge
fights.
fucking Connor mark. And
He's fighting Khabib, right?
he's fighting
Yeah.
Khabib
That's the money.
October 6th.
Fight. Wow, that's soon.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty fucking soon.
Yes. Just like they did that Floyd shit. When they announced it, the fight happened relatively soon. I think that's the right way to do shit.
Yeah.
Because you can have a true build that has a really good cum shot. Like, nobody wants to be edging for a year.
Yeah, it just gets old. You get tired, and it's the same regurgitated
It's
shit
too
over and
much.
over again. Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
too much. Like, announce it and then let me bust. Like, announce
Yeah.
it and then let it happen. I'm super pumped. Do you guys have picks?
I don't really know, honestly.
don't have enough research for that yet. Still gotta do some studying.
Research?
Yeah, research.
Just close your eyes.
Is that welterweight division?
No, it's going to be at lightweight.
Okay.
55.
Who else is at 55? Like, what's the one other name is?
Frank.
Kevin Lee?
Kevin Lee.
Oh yeah. Are you?
I like him.
I like him a lot.
I like
Dude,
him.
he's got good passing for
good.
MMA.
Yeah.
His passing is nice.
He's good. And he's not bad off his back, and he can
No,
strike.
he's
and
good,
he can
man.
wrestle. Like, that dude's
I like
good.
his shit
And
talking
he's
too.
young.
Yeah.
He's young. And his shit talking, like, the thing.
I like it. I don't know. People hate
okay,
on it. They
so-
say it's so cringe, but I don't know. I think it's kind of good. I like
No,
it.
it's awesome. The thing that's cringe about it, and this is just my opinion about what's cringe about Kevin Lee, it's cringe about a lot of black dudes.
Yeah.
In my opinion. It's like you have a vocal tone that tells me that you were raised by women. And so, like, the way that he, like, will go off on people, it's almost like there's, like a black grandma.
Sassiness to it.
Like a black grandma inside of him that's talking to you. There's a wrestler who plays that up to, like, the nth degree right now called the Velveteen Dream. And I feel like Kevin Lee is, like, a much more masculine version of it. But I fucking love him.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites for that division.
Mhm.
And Tony Ferguson.
Ferguson.
He's in that division as well, right?
Yes.
Who else?
You got
Eddie Alvarez,
Dustin
Dustin
Oh yeah, and
Poirier.
I like Dustin Poirier too.
Nate Diaz.
Yes,
yeah,
Nate exists.
he's fighting.
If he fights Connor again, or he doesn't exist.
Oh, they're gonna fight. And they already set it up. Dustin Poirier versus Nate Diaz.
Oh, that's a fight?
That's a
Yeah,
fight.
that
It's
is.
on the same card?
It's on the same card. So in case something happens, you don't know.
Well, look, when I saw a
Tiramisu-
picture of my boyfriend, I didn't look into anything else.
Tiramisu City
I was
might
too
just
busy
come in.
staring at him.
Hey, Tiramisu might come in. You don't know. I
Tiramisu.
said, hey. He said, hey. Tiramisu beating a lot of people. I think he's like 2-0 right now.
Tiramisu is very, very tough.
I like that division though. Just
Yeah.
a lot of drama in it. It's cool.
Speaking of drama, what about Kobe? Kobe Covington got fucked, in my opinion.
Oh, he did.
Does
He
he no
got
longer have the
gorilla
belt?
fucked.
He no longer has the belt now.
Well,
He has a
he
pic-
has it until the moment the fight begins.
so
Yes.
he basically doesn't.
Which I
have
think
it.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he basically doesn't have it. And then he takes the belt
Too much-
as it's rags and goes to see Donald Trump.
Yeah, he's got to do it while he can, I guess. Technically, he's like, I
Yes.
got to do it now.
Get it in.
Yeah.
Go, Kobe, go.
Everybody mocks him. It's hilarious.
I'm a strong supporter.
I don't like his shit talk. It's just not.
So his shit talking
good.
is weak. What I like is that he's doing what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
That's attractive to me.
I like all the memes
Yeah.
that come with it.
That's attractive
I
to
mean,
me.
he fucking won. I honestly didn't want him to win, but he did it.
He fucking won. And then he was like, I'm going to bring this to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he did it. Like, it's awesome. But, like,
People will mock him forever.
why?
Because hey, man.
Well, the thing is, he also supports Donald Trump, and that's
Yeah.
not a good look in society. Everyone hates you if you support Trump.
yeah.
I mean, it's ballsy though. That's a ballsy thing
It's
to
just-
embrace.
But
I
see,
guess.
that in itself is still fucking madness to me. Like,
Yeah,
how do you not support the president of your country?
yeah.
Like, I made this point on a podcast recently, but like, there's a difference between it's that language play shit. It's like, are you a supporter or are you an enthusiast? Like, are you like, this dude is this shit? Or do you hope he does a decent enough job? Because support is like a hopeful thing that's trying to do some correction. That's what I think of as support. Like a fucking bra. It supports something.
Yeah.
We should all be Trump's bra. He probably needs one. He probably got the droopy titties. You know, like probably. So I feel like we should be his bra. We don't have to be his advocate. We don't have to be like waving flags that say Trump on them. But when he fucks up and sags, we should perk him up while he has the job.
Yeah, it's sensible for sure.
I don't like that. Like, oh, you're a Trump supporter? Like, not in the way that you mean it.
Keyword was sensible. People are not that sensible.
Yeah, it's true. It's just you can't even have a conversation about that stuff. I feel that's a big reason why he won too. Just because no one,
Yeah.
the people who were for him, they couldn't even be convinced otherwise. Because the second they would even start to speak their opinion, they'd be told they were racist and they were bigots. It's
Which is
like,
lunacy.
you can't have a real conversation.
Or you're just dumb. They just call you that too. You're just dumb.
You just don't get it.
You just don't get it.
Yeah,
You just don't get it. You just don't get it. I'm a Zer. And you don't understand me
Do you have to deal with a lot of that at
Don't say the name.
Okay, yeah, okay.
No, you can say it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, at the school. Back at the school.
The place.
I did, and then I said I wasn't going to tolerate it, and I stopped teaching there for a semester. And then they asked me to come back.
Nice.
And I was like, look, like, some of the things that I say and think, you're going to think of as extraordinarily right-wing. But that's because you're being taught by fucking crazy people. I'm not right-wing. If you were going to put me in a wing, like, based on, like, I don't know, 100 fucking questions, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to end up on the left side. I just don't like what's happening on that side.
Yeah. Well, I mean, those are the extreme cases too. I think
Exactly.
on both sides.
No, exactly.
But man, the extreme on that side is so.
The extreme on that
It's
side is
irritating,
crazy,
man.
and they have a big dick right now. And so, like, it's not like they were always there. But right now, they're waving that dick, and it's getting clout.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's why I don't fuck with it. You know? That's why I'm glad I have a little subculture to live in. And, like,
Yeah.
I don't really have to worry about that shit. Like, it's not really a part of my life.
Yep. Things are a lot more simple on the mat.
Isn't it?
You know, everyone else is so caught up and worried about everything. You can just train and let them all stress about it. I guess that's not the best approach, because if everyone had that attitude, the world would be in a bad place. But
Yeah. Like, there's a level of responsibility we have to take.
yeah,
But right now, I feel like most of that stops right at my skin. Like, I need to be responsible for this.
yeah,
And the more I'm responsible for this, the better my life is getting. The more students I'm getting, the stronger I'm getting, the faster I'm getting, the smarter I'm getting. And then I'll have more to give
that makes sense.
if I decide to give back to the world. Like, that's the approach I'm taking. And it's clearly a borrowed approach. But that's the only thing that I think is going to get me out of the spot that I put myself in by losing everything and by failing and by slacking off since purple belt. It's like putting in extra work now.
Yeah,
It's like the only thing I can do.
just gotta play catch up a little bit.
And it's fine. Like, good. I deserve to.
And the circumstances are unique too. You have to think about it too. You got put in a position of teaching when you were still underdeveloped you're a blue belt basically, and you've had very limited professional training, so it just makes it that much harder. You know,
Yeah.
it's just tough because all these years you had to teach other people, and it's a parallel to what you're talking about, is bettering yourself before bettering others. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard for you to better everyone else when you still need to better yourself.
Yeah.
And even as an instructor or in the world, it's really the same thing.
I agree. And, like, that's why I got frustrated when some of my homies were like, you should build a huge school. I'm like, no. I need to build a huge me.
Yeah.
Like, a me that is capable of crushing everything and building everything. Like, that's what I need. Like, I'm the weapon. A school is not a weapon unless the center of it is strong as fuck. Like, it will fall apart if it's weak at the center.
That's true. That makes sense.
And I was so weak for a long fucking time. And still am. But I'm literally stronger and healthier in my mind and body. And I know that's hard for people to realize because, like, there's all these stigmas against all the things I like to do. But I used to wake up in the morning and dread training in any way. Like, just because it's going to be physically exhausting. It's going to be hard. But it also happens to be fun. And so a lot of days I would do it anyway. But I never worked out. You know this. Like, never. Because that's not even fun.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Like,
It's really not.
so you're going to make
For
me
anyway,
work
it's
hard,
not, yeah.
and it's not going to be fun?
At the very least, jiu-jitsu can be fun.
Yeah.
You're expressing
That's how I got
creativity
decent at it.
Yeah.
Because it was fun. And then I fell off the second I realized, man, in order to be really, really good, you have to work hard. Fuck.
Yeah, it's true.
And I wasn't strong enough to confront that at the time. And then you lose everything. And then it's like, why'd you lose everything? It's because you hate doing anything you don't want to do. You hate difficulty. You hate adversity. Like, you paint a picture like you like it. But when you look at your actions, you fucking hate adversity. And you fall to it all the time. Like, almost always you make the wrong choice, bitch. Like almost always. Damn. Why does anyone even give a fuck about you? Damn. Oh, now they don't. Good. And then you start rebuilding it.
Sometimes you need a kind of a crisis to really put shit in
Not
order
everybody,
to-
thank God, but I do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad that there are people that can, like, look at somebody else's path and learn from it.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
that
even
guy.
Sometimes you need that inner. You need to actually feel it firsthand. It's different to truly experience a crisis and change from it than watch someone else. It can be an eye opener, but I don't know.
Respect.
It's powerful when you deal with a real crisis and
Yeah.
makes you look at your life and evaluate everything.
Mm-hmm. And that's what working out did for me. Like, once I made it a real decision, instead of like, oh, if I wake up on time, I'll go. It was like, no. Like, this is what you do now. This is the new normal, bitch. Like, you wake up and you go do all the things you don't want to do. Then all of a sudden, things I didn't want to do get done too. Like, off the mat, outside of the gym, you know? Like, I didn't want to make this room at all. I knew it would be really fun and it would be really awesome once it was done. But, like, the initial stage of just making it functional felt overwhelming. I had to get help. And then I had to have help carrying the stuff, the heavy stuff. But besides carrying things that were beyond my power, taking it from where it was when we were filming last to where it is now, I fucking did that. I would not have done that a year ago. I was still way too broken to do that. And it's not even a big fucking deal. Like, that's where I'm still at. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not time to, like, let's take over the world. It's like, no, bitch. Let's break and build this guy. And along the way, we'll help who comes with us. And I'm capable of that. But, like, build something on my back right now, I have no desire to do that.
It's understandable.
No desire to do that. It'll have its time. But now's not that time. But what about you,
Yeah.
Knuckle?
I think about that sometimes too. Like when I want to open up, because at a certain point I do want to run an academy and do big things, like as far as spreading jiu-jitsu. And I've contemplated doing it now, but it's just the environment that I'm in for training I feel it's the best in the world right now. You can make a really good argument that those are the best mats out of any other mats in the world. Like the level of talent we have in there, the upcoming talent and just already good talent, it's so good. You get such a good group of guys with different games. It's like it's just too good of an opportunity for me to stop being there right now. Yeah. So I need to involve myself for quite a bit longer, I feel. And I'll just hone my skills too. When I open up too, I want to really feel like I have a lot to share. Like there are certain areas where I'm very knowledgeable. Like I feel like I can show people the omoplata and give a lot of detail, and they're under the impression that I'm that knowledgeable everywhere, and I'm definitely not. I want to get to a point though where I'm that knowledgeable, but in all these other positions as well. That would really be something, and that might take a really long time.
Is that why you're taking judo, or are you taking judo to throw motherfuckers?
Just cool. I just like judo, but part of it too is I just didn't want to be a black belt that didn't have any takedowns. I don't want to be. I think you should it doesn't matter whether it's you're taking it for self-defense reasons or you're taking it just for fun or you're doing it to be a competitor. I think it should be cool. You should have a takedown in your back pocket, a cool takedown that you can just whip out. That's nice. So it's good for that, I think.
Hell yeah.
But it was cool just exploring a new art. It's just, even though there's always more to learn in jiu-jitsu, it's cool, just a totally different avenue where I just know nothing and it's fun.
Watch as Darren sets the place on fire.
Fuck off. Are you belted?
No. I just do privates with.
Respect.
Yeah, with my coach, Sensei Farid.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's really good.
Do you straight say sensei?
He doesn't care for Sensei really. He says I could just call him Farid. He's very casual about it. Okay, it's cool, and it's cool because he's super good too. So it's like
super good people are often very casual about because they know people who are better than them.
Yeah, and they know how hard it is out there and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. That's sick. So wait. we have to talk about one jiu-jitsu thing that I think is super fucking dope.
Okay.
Is that you're going to motherfucking Latvia.
Oh yeah, that's an exciting one. It's a long time coming. This is something I've wanted to do for a while. And
Ever since you were a child sniper, yeah?
yeah. Oh yeah.
When you were a child
that whole
soldier?
thing. Yeah, that whole thing got really out of hand. That whole show.
Wait, what happened?
So there was
Lots of things get out of hand.
yeah.
Okay.
they
Like,
do.
Like Skip Patterson.
Skip Patterson.
But let's go back to
couldn't
Latvia.
Speak on that. All right, where was I? Okay. So
Super soldier. Lafayette.
Yes, child sniper.
Child soldier.
Oh, child soldier.
Okay.
You can still be a super
Well,
soldier.
there
if you're a
is
child.
I was in a super fight in Canada, and Keenan was commentating it from a live stream he was doing, and we had a running joke that since my nickname was Sniper at Lloyd Irvins, I was Sniper. That I was a Latvian sniper, and I remember I left a comment on my own YouTube video just for fun once. I said, "It's crazy to believe just a couple years ago he was a child sniper." I just said it as a dumb joke, and then we just kind of like threw it around a little bit. And then Keenan just went all out with it, just very detailed story about me being a child sniper, and
So tremendous.
yeah, it got a little bit out of hand, and because people actually believed it. And the one thing about it that sucked was like people would ask me about it, and I don't want to lie, and then it's like I have to basically tell them, "Oh, the truth is I'm not nearly as interesting as what you think. You think I'm a really interesting, cool sniper. I'm not. I just do jujitsu like you. Sorry.
Some white boy from Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm just from Cleveland. Yeah.
So now what you're saying is that you have to go practice at the shooting range to make your story at least match
Yeah,
up.
yeah. I guess
somewhat.
I have to. I have to make it real now.
Yeah, you have to make it real.
So
You gotta like have some like facts in your back pocket that you can throw
Do you
out
shoot
there.
ever?
I have, but no, not recently. I would like to though. I
Yeah.
would like to own a gun too.
Yeah. I'm getting really interested in guns.
Yeah, me too. I watched someone talk about guns and it really like piqued my interest.
Who was it?
His name was he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. His name was like Colian Noir or something.
Yeah, that black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought he was kind of interesting though.
He is.
I like to.
He has this like, he's like a team player though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like sometimes he'll just say some shit. You know, it's on some team shit.
A little bit, yeah. But I liked. I thought he had some
I
really
fuck with him,
interesting
though.
stuff for sure.
I fuck with him, and like now I have an unofficial gun coach, and I've been like practicing dry firing every day. Like, I want to get good at that shit.
Yeah, I would like to as well.
Yeah, we should go shooting sometime.
Yeah, I'd be
The
down.
show would be super fun.
Remember we shot with Dallas once, but it was just kind of in his woods. We just shot
Yeah,
a gun
that
in
was
his
fun.
backyard. Yeah, it was cool.
Oh wait, where were we?
The whole going to
Child
Latvia,
sniper.
child soldier, all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was inadvertent trolling,
Yeah, it was. It was.
but sometimes Andres. Sometimes there's midgets
Mm-hmm.
who like hit me up.
Yeah.
And like sometimes there's break-ins in my house and things end up upside down, like all of the things. Like everything. Everything, Anthony.
Everything
Well, that you probably just got creepy crawled.
was creepy
What's
crawling.
creepy crawled?
That's what the Manson family would do to rich houses in the rich neighborhoods. They would go in there. They wouldn't steal
Of
anything.
course.
They would just flip everything upside down.
It
So
couldn't
it's quite
be like
possible that you got creepy
some
crawled.
Latvian and some Jew came into my house and started flipping things upside
Yeah.
down. Like, no way would that have happened. Well, first of all, Latvians and Jews are not very fond of each
Oh,
other,
so
so
yeah,
they would
yeah,
never
yeah.
be associated.
It's a bad
Plus,
joke.
they would never associate with people that did as many drugs as me. So there's
too many bad jokes in that story. So
there's no way it could have been them. Now that I think about it,
Nope.
now that I think about it, exonerated.
Yeah. at least for creepy crawling.
yeah,
At least for that, and for being a midget.
it's physically impossible.
No, like honestly, the Skip Patterson shit was like kind of masterful. Like it was a beautifully executed con. Like I know you're gonna no sell it. That's beautiful.
Well,
No, don't ruin it.
I'm
It's
not
beautiful.
gonna say anything.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I know you won't say anything. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that I bought that shit at first, like hard.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's some poor midget out there watching my videos. And like getting inspired and asking me questions.
You even got a shout out for him, if I recall.
If I
correctly.
recall.
Yeah.
Not that I would recall,
Yeah.
not that I was invested, but I
Yeah.
would like to state that I recall a shout out to Skip in a video.
That did happen, right?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
score. And so I was like, oh, this poor guy, like,
Yeah.
way shorter than me,
Right.
out here trying to live, doing jiu-jitsu.
Was he offended by your name?
Eventually, he
Okay.
contacted me in my DMs.
I think it was immediately after a shout out too. It was immediately.
You remember a lot of these
I do.
details. So I think he contacted you as well.
He did actually, yeah. And I've showed everyone the messages. He did message me.
So
I got all my bases covered.
so Skip is like, I think it would be in your best interest if you change your nickname from Keebler to something more like, what do you think it was, Andres?
I think it was probably like Derzinho or something.
I think
Skip
you'll
Zinho and
notice
Derzinho.
it has a nice ring to it. I think we can agree. And if you don't do it, I'll just have to tell everyone what a terrible guy you are. And I was like, well, I am a terrible guy. And go fuck yourself, Skip. I'm not changing my goddamn name. At which point, Skip made a mistake, in my opinion.
Was
'Cause
Scorpion?
I didn't know that Skip was who I thought Skip was. I wasn't certain.
You weren't certain yet.
No, I knew I was being conned at the point where it was change your name. I was like, all right, this is a con. Well done. I was really in.
But there is at least a shred of doubt, right? There's that 1% that this could be a real person. There has to be the 1%.
No, honestly, at the point of change your
no
name,
one knows for
all right,
sure.
let's call it 1%.
Okay, yes.
I'll even
There's
give you a
always-
5, nigga. Like,
yeah,
you can have
there's
5.
There's a shred of doubt. He might be real.
I'll give you a 5. I'll give you 7% chance that Skip still might be real at the point of you need to change your name or else. And so I tell Skip to go fuck himself. And then Skip creates I don't know if it was a GoFundMe or something, but there was a petition
Yeah.
and you can send money to it. And the petition had a picture of my face in a Keebler elf hat
Yeah.
with the international symbol for no.
A lot of love went into this. A lot of love. I feel you should be flattered more than anything.
I
I
am.
hope so. Okay.
I am. And so it was like, we have to force Darren to change his nickname. This is insensitive to little people. And I was like, I even argued against it at one point. I was like, we're talking about cartoons. We're not talking about little people. We're talking about cartoons. Like what if my nickname was the Smurf? And we'd be like, oh, this is racist against little people? Like, who the fuck are we? I was,
Blue Man Group's
But here's where I was like, it's definitely the sniper.
Yeah.
It's definitely White Chocolate, a.k.a. A-Town. He has so many names. He's like the devil.
Does he?
The White Devil.
The White Devil.
Another name I like to call this nigga is Skip Patterson. Another name
Zinho.
might be JPW Films. We don't know. We don't know officially. You son of a bitch.
Could be.
But he's like, so the money goes to a place in San Diego. But Skip was from San Francisco.
Interesting.
Which is, for you motherfuckers who don't know what Cali is,
Far.
far north and south from each other.
Yeah. As far as fuck.
San Diego far as fuck. San Diego basically wetback land. Like,
Yeah.
like, oops.
It's basically Mexico.
And so when I saw that, I was like,
At that
it's
point,
Andres.
At that point, the damage is done, though.
But it
It's-
was. And he got me
Yeah.
to give a fake
But-
person a shout out
Yes.
in a video that I did not pull from YouTube.
Yes, you did. I couldn't find it on
It's
there.
still there.
It's either way. I saved
I
it.
swear to God.
I
You saved it.
I saved it. I had the foresight to save it.
You said I saved it.
I never pulled it.
Okay.
So
I respect that. I really respect that.
if you want to see me give a shout out to a fake person,
And you give me a shout out in the same video too, which is great because you do an Uma Plata thing. So, so good. Oh,
that's fucking amazing.
but I feel that I should elaborate on it more because there actually is a lot to unpack with.
Yeah,
there,
go.
Well, first of all, it wasn't just me. There was someone. I had someone spying and overlooking everything here while it was going on. Obviously,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know who it is.
Yeah, of course you know who it is.
The Jew.
Yes, of course.
We will not name him.
Okay.
He, in fact, we will only refer to that human being
As the Jew.
from now on this podcast until someone takes me down for racism.
So
you and this Jew do what?
So it started as an idea. I just wanted to have an account to just troll people with, and I thought who could take high ground over everyone, who could pull their card over everyone the second they start losing a debate. And I was like, well, cool, thank you. I was like, well, a midget, like, he can always pull the I'm little card, and just in any argument, like, oh, you just don't take me seriously because I'm little. So I had to go find pictures. I had to find pictures of a midget, which was not easy. It's like you can't find consistent pictures of a midget. So what me and Josh did was,
No, you can say his name.
Is we went to a midget dating site, and we found 5 or 6 photos of a midget. And then Josh did a lot of detective work. He found on one of the pictures there was a name on some food in the fridge. It was like a picture of his food in the fridge. And he zoomed in and found out the actual name and got real pictures, even more pictures from Facebook. So we were able to get all these pictures. And before we messaged anybody, we had to cultivate the account for a couple months to make it look a little more real.
There you go.
Oh, my God.
So we built it up for about 2-3 months. And we had
I love you guys.
comments, and we commented on stuff.
You're a beautiful motherfucker.
Yeah. and the real objective is I feel like I could win you over just with compliments. Like you'd feel touched. I felt it would work. And the initial plan, it had nothing to do with your nickname. It was just the idea was I was going to get a shout out, so you give this guy credibility, and then he's going to be an asshole to everyone, which takes away from your credibility. That was the idea. It's like, oh, Darren likes this guy. He thinks he's real cool. He fucks with him, obviously. So that's why he took a drastic turn right after he got what he needed. And that's always, whenever I message people with Skip, it's always he gets what he wants, and then he drastically changes. It's like he goes from really nice to just horrible real quick.
This is the most tremendous troll.
And then the Keebler thing, it just worked. I found a way to be mad at you and be offended, of course, because everyone that's the day and age of being offended. I was like, oh, this is perfect. He'll be offended about this.
What's even better is it was way before the peak of it. So it's almost like you were letting everyone know that this is coming.
Yeah.
Because this was years ago.
Yeah.
This wasn't like right now people use phrases like outrage culture and like protest culture and all this shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, this was way before that.
That's hilarious.
Like,
Ahead of
were
our
we
time.
black belts?
Yeah, we were.
We were, but
Yeah.
new ones. We were
Yeah.
brand new ones.
Yep,
We were
yep.
babies.
Yep.
Baby blacks.
Okay.
and yeah, I fucking fell for that shit hard. You guys know me very well. I'm very easily manipulated.
And I feel like any time anyone blocked Skip won. That means they couldn't. That's them tapping, and everybody tapped.
I tapped.
Big J tapped. Mikey Martin tapped.
Wait.
He did.
Go back.
No, he did.
Go back. Go back. Go back.
Tell him.
Go back. Wait, hold on.
Everybody tapped.
Go back.
Okay.
Go back. Rewind.
Yeah. Well,
No, Big J. I want to
yeah,
know what you
Big-
did to Big J.
I just reported. All it took was just reporting one of his pictures, and he just
Oh, yeah.
he
No,
couldn't
you
handle
blocked.
it. Yep, can't.
You blocked.
Yeah, we got a nice back and
You
forth.
ever see
but
Big J's Instagram?
I really
He talks
was.
about like motherfuckers who report posts.
Yeah,
Whenever
he really
somebody
takes that
getting
seriously.
raped or
That's why I had to do it. I had to do it just because I knew it would bother him that much. But what I really respect about Jay is he had no qualms about calling him out on being a midget. Like he didn't discriminate or try to like. I feel like you're discriminating by like he just saw him as another person who's a dick. He's like, fuck this guy, and he just really went at him, which I liked. I really liked that.
Jay's a king.
Yeah. Mikey Martin, he quit. Marcus quit. Tom Kaz did. I think June did. Pretty much. You know what? The only person who I felt I couldn't really get was Gibby. I feel like just Gibby's approach.
champion.
Yeah, just his approach to it. It was really hard to get under his skin. Like it was kind of hard to deal with
It's that
Gibby. I
Chinese
feel.
martial arts, dog.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he was pretty resistant.
Awesome. I'm glad he won.
Yeah.
I feel he did. Yeah, he
That's
did good.
He
hilarious.
won.
He did good. He did good.
He did the best of all of us.
And
Because he is the best of all
you
of
should
us.
you should just pull up Skip's not blocked or he's on Facebook. You should just let's just go back to his farewell post because I feel that's like it's a work of art. It's so when he left, it was so good. There's so
Dude,
much.
that needs to be. You need to make that an Instagram post so that I can share it. So whatever that is, you screenshot that shit. You share that shit.
Okay. I will.
And look, I love this. I love the banner. It's the banner of all these jiu-jitsu people. It's kind of a grainy picture. It's like, oh, he might be in there somewhere. See? It's like, yeah, he's in there. He's in that picture in the background somewhere.
That's so good. I'm so pissed at you.
And there's
it's so amazing.
There's a lot of little Easter eggs about him. Oh, that's old. That's newer stuff, which is it's pretty good. But just if you really search his page, there's little Easter eggs. Like he was born on 9/11. Like there's all these subtly things that are just sprinkled in that are real nice. But let's scroll down a little bit to oh wait. Oh, okay, this is the one. Yeah, just enlarge this whole thing. This is a good one.
All right. Are you gonna read it?
You should. I feel you should.
No.
No,
Okay,
I think
well, okay,
you
I'll
should
do
from
it.
the-
Sometimes when it seems like everything in life is going perfect, God throws you a curveball to test your faith. Due to my radical Facebook revolution going viral, which was like 10 people signing a petition, me and my family have been receiving death threats. From who, you ask? Taliban? Al-Qaeda? Atheists? I suspect all three, but you never really know. I find it quite interesting that I started receiving these threats shortly after my falling out with Darren Branch. I'm not saying he's involved, but it really makes you wonder. This puts me between a rock and a hard place. I truly believe God put me on this earth to stop little people oppression everywhere. But now my family is involved, and this is unacceptable. I need to look out for my family's best interests. With all that said, I think it's best that I deactivate my Facebook. I know a lot of you are going to try to stop me from this radical solution, but this is bigger than just me now. My family is involved, and I need to take a stand. I want to thank people like Marcus Crawford and Adi, who's given me private messages motivating me to keep fighting the good fight, even though the good fight was against their instructor, which they never messaged me once. I just wanted to throw them under the bus randomly. So there's always that one.
Yes.
Oh, that's my favorite part of it for sure. And okay, as Adi was just such a good random person to throw in. Who's
He's so
supporting him.
nice.
Yeah.
So good.
All right, where are we now? Okay, keep fighting
Their moral value.
Oh, where is that? Their moral values and objective mindsets are unparalleled. I'm going to keep the petition up, and please feel free to donate money to me and my family to help mend all the mental and emotional anguish we've undergone. I guess this is goodbye for now. Maybe if we get 1,000 signatures, Darren Branch will finally change his mind. My thoughts and prayers are with you all. God bless. And then hashtag goodbye internet. Hashtag path to heaven. Hashtag Darren is a terrorist.
Hashtag Darren is a terrorist.
That's great.
I love that. It's just
Click that.
It's an implication at the end, and then it's just blunt. Just Darren is a terrorist.
Darren is a terrorist. Let's see how many people use
We got
that.
a couple, yeah.
I mean, obviously I use it because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, you have
Adi
to.
used it.
Well, of course he did. He was a big supporter of Skip, so it only makes sense.
I think he used it a lot. Yeah.
I feel like some of his I feel like when he insulted Tom Kaz, that was a really nice one too. The Tom Kaz stab was really nice too.
This is glorious.
There's a couple.
What'd you say to
ones.
Tom? Or what did Skip say?
I have to figure out where it is, where I can find it. I have like a Google Drive with everything. I want to make a flashpoint or like a mural on my wall or something with everything.
You really
At a
should.
certain
Awesome.
point. Oh wait.
What is this one?
Oh, this is it. Oh my God, yeah. I love this. So I did like a whole post just about the write-up, and I improperly spelled important, and he corrected me. So I just edited it to say it correctly, and I just said that it was I said, that's not what I said, but thanks for taking the time to read. And no, you're not. Just basically telling someone they're not important. It's just,
That's amazing.
just super negative.
Or like
and no, you're not.
my favorite neg I ever did in real life. I still hold on to this sometimes when I'm really cunty. I'm walking into a bank with this girl I know, and she's really, really hot, and I kind of want to impress her, and I don't know that I want to impress her before this happens, but she's so hot, and she shouldn't be around me. And so we're walking to this bank, and this guy almost bumps into her, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I step in front of her, and I go, "Yes, you are."
And he probably never forgot that either to this day.
That's the strongest
sure
neg
that-
I ever gave in my life.
That whole week he contemplates how things could have gone differently. What if I just
I should have fucking punched that little nigger.
You're the one who's sorry, bitch. Fuck. Yeah, I should have said that. This was 2015. This was
Yeah.
some time ago.
That's what I mean. Like, you were really ahead of your time there.
Yeah. Oh, I love Marcus's insult to Skip right here. That's real nice.
Bitch ass. You were a little bundle of bitch assness. I like that you didn't write bitch assness. You used little
yeah,
stars.
well, I mean, gotta keep it classy.
You know,
He's a
keep it Christian out
He's
here.
a Christian man.
What else on here?
Skip. It was well executed.
Yeah, and then there's a Skip part 2 too. I've gotten a lot of other people too since.
No, wait. Luca.
Luca Judo. Yeah, that's not me. That's 100% not me. Oh, he blocked me actually. He blocked me.
What?
Yeah. Oh, my conversations with him are really good too.
Wait. Inform Anthony and the audience
Okay.
Yeah, who's Luka?
a general story about
Okay.
Luca.
So Luca Judo is he's a guy on Facebook and Instagram and he's famous in the jiu-jitsu world. I think Kit Dale or someone did a post like, does anyone know this guy? And all these jiu-jitsu guys commented, they're like, yes, he's talked to me. And the going joke, well, he's a guy who's from Italy and he wants to be choked out and dominated, and he's looking for a jiu-jitsu guy to do it. And what people do usually, what I do is I reference one of my friends, like, oh, you should talk to him. He'll definitely do it. And I think that's what everyone does.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and that's.
That's how I learned
Yeah,
about
well,
Luca.
you're not anyone in jiu-jitsu if you haven't been accosted by Luca.
There you go. There you go.
But my accosting was very brief, as was my popularity.
I feel you just weren't.
I had like a week on Reddit where I was kind of hot shit, and then it was dead.
Yeah. It's a long fall from the top.
Whatever, nigga. It's fine.
So this dude just reaches out to people and just tells them like, hey,
I want to be choked out by a strong choke. Jiu-jitsu man.
But the one thing that bothers me about Luca, and that's what he wants. I respect that. Everyone has their thing. But he tried to act like he was my friend too. And anytime I tried to, I made a point to talk about other things because that's all he could talk about. And anytime I would, he would very unsubtly
You son of a bitch.
divert it back to being choked out. And I would always call him on it too. I'm like, I'm pretty sure what we were talking about has nothing to do with being choked out. We were just talking about Russian weather manipulation, and you find a way to segue back into being choked. It just doesn't make sense.
Oh my god.
But I feel my approach to Luca was really good, and that's why he blocked me. I remember Keenan warned me first. He said, "Oh, get ready. Luca's gonna use the terrorist attacks in France as a segue to talk about being choked. He's gonna talk about how sad it is and asked to be choked.
If only
yeah.
I were being choked right now. It's the
Yeah,
only thing
exactly.
that'll bring me any solace.
So I was ready for it. So he brought up the Paris terrorist attack, and I just wouldn't get off that topic. I was very passionate about it, and the only thing I would talk to him about was terrorist attacks and like Al Qaeda and stuff. That's the only thing I was willing to talk to him about. And I would actually come to him and say, Luke, I need to talk to you about something. And he'd be like, yes, what is it? And I'd say, I was wondering if we could maybe collab on a diorama shoebox commemorating the people of the Paris attack. Just ridiculous shit like that. And he just wouldn't respond. I would just
This is Andres.
yeah.
But sometimes I go over my Luca conversations because they're pretty good actually. I feel that the back and forth was good. The back and forth, it was just I just liked the idea. I just take a really obscure topic and just watch how he just with the subtlety of a 5-year-old.
So when are you gonna choke me?
I gotta find the screenshots of it. I have them somewhere. They're really good actually though. Where he segues back into being choked, and I just call him on how it was just such a horrible segue. But then he blocked me eventually.
All segues are horrible, especially the fucking actual.
Oh
vehicle.
yeah. Well, the owner, didn't the CEO segued off of a cliff?
Let's look
Is
this
that
up.
shoot?
I think so. That could just be some Facebook shit.
Work or shoot?
Segue.
Yeah, let's see.
Segue.
Segue.
Owner or inventor?
Yeah.
What is he? Which one? Owner or inventor?
CEO.
Well, Google both,
Death
fuck it.
is coming up right away.
Oh, yeah, owner. Let's see. Dies. Let's see how he dies.
But
But it doesn't mean it's a shoot.
yes,
What's the source?
yes,
true.
it's real.
it's true.
NBC
It's
News.
the Google.
NBCnews.pl or NBCnews.com.
NBCnews.com.
I think it's confirmed fact. He segued off a cliff. Yeah, it's a long fall from the top. Sad. But just back to
In memory of.
back to Luca, because people wonder if he's real or not. He is a real person, because I even asked him. I said,
I asked him.
No,
if
no,
he was
no.
real.
Here's what I
Say, hey, are you real?
You do the trick that you do with any catfish. I had him send me a picture of him holding a sign with a specific message on it, and a catfish can't do that. It said, "Hi, Andres, how are you? I'm Luca," and he did it. He delivered. He sent me the picture.
Where is it?
I have it in my phone. Do you want me to go find it? He has an Instagram too. Have you seen his Instagram?
No.
Please
Ooh,
tell me.
It's very interesting.
Please tell me.
uh,
Pull out your phone right now. I don't
got
care.
it. Here, I'll
Yeah,
get it.
I just want to see it.
I'll grab it real quick.
Go for
no.
it.
Just make him pull it up.
I don't remember it offhand.
Well,
what
then no,
the-
get your phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear this. This is hilarious.
Find some of my conversations with Luca too.
Andres Runalskis, professional troll,
Yes.
professional strangler. See, like, you thought this was gonna be all like jujitsu
No,
shit.
I didn't think it was gonna be jujitsu. I thought it was gonna be more you guys reminiscing.
Oh
Yeah, that's what I
no,
thought.
why reminisce?
I know, but still, like, cause it's like more of like just like talking to people.
I mean,
about,
I guess we are.
Yeah, you are technically. So that's what I thought it was gonna
But,
be.
like,
not in this direction.
We're
though.
having fun exposing something that, like, you know, it's not really reminiscing or like, remember the time we were like hanging out that time? That was cool.
Right. I need to know more about this.
We're unpacking the fucking secrets of the jujitsu internet.
Yeah, but the
Reminiscing is for bitches. This is investigation.
All right, I'm gonna find it. I'm looking right now.
You're fine. In the meantime, would you guys want to break a world record?
What?
Would you guys want to break world records?
Yes.
I think there's like easy world records to break. I was thinking about this today because I saw a video of a guy who blew out, and they called him an athlete, and I was like, I'm upset. He blew out 90 candles in under a minute.
Well, slow down. That's one of those things like
Well, because he's
eating
black.
7 crackers and shit.
Well, because he's black.
What?
That's why I call him an athlete. I think that's why, because he's black.
Oh, stop. He's very athletic.
He's very.
This is
He had explosive breath.
Luca Judo 77. Luca has no shame though. I respect that. He knows what he wants and he's gonna go after it. So good for him.
Oh, it's a private account.
Oh well, I mean I have it here. He didn't block me on Instagram, so that's good, I guess.
Yeah.
But you can actually see what he looks like on here. I think he has an actual photo at the very bottom. No, he doesn't. He took it down. Oh, I have to find the picture he sent me then.
Oh my god.
But just what do you think he looks like if you were to guess?
If I were to guess,
A hairy, small guy. That's what I thought. That's my thought. Just a very hairy, like, because he's like an Italian guy. He's small. Just like, and it's just like a weird, like, hairy, small dude.
like Mario,
No, like
like the video game character.
like Luigi, but like the same height as Mario.
So Luca looks like Luigi,
But like is the same size as Mario.
but he's shorter
Yeah, he's shorter.
and
he's just
fatter.
No, just shorter. He's like, I think he's just like frail and skinny and just like, you know, has like, and just like hairy as fuck. But
I think he looks like
apparently I'm completely
an
wrong.
olive-skinned mongoloid type, like slopey brow type.
Well, apparently he's a 42 foot size.
Yeah,
so.
he always makes a point of that. He always has to tell his shoe size. That's always a big selling point when he's describing himself. He has to say what his shoe size is.
It's so stupid.
In European sizes, what is a 42?
Let's see. 42.
I don't think that's a very big foot, is it?
That's a 8.5.
Yeah,
So see,
that's a small foot.
that's what I'm saying. It's starting. My theory is starting to add up. Yeah.
What's your theory?
Is that he's a small dude. Like, he's just a small guy. He's like got small feet. He's like small. He's like Luigi.
I want to be choked and dominated
Let's see.
by strong jujitsu
He
man.
wants to be choked out. Have you? He has audios too. He sent me many audio messages you can hear too. They're really they're interesting.
And now the compelling audio messages.
Yeah, they're good. I feel like you'd have to hear the audio message before you
So he's about 100.
before you see what he looks
He's
like.
100. He's about 160. He's about 170 pounds. So so you're right. He's fat, but he's short.
Because if you have a size 8.5 shoe
Yeah.
and you weigh 170,
Wait, hold on. He's got height here too. It's very strange that he did it in
It's
centimeters.
such a shame I can't find it.
So he's okay. No, so it's weird. So he's taller than us apparently. He's 5'8". 5'8", 5'9".
yeah, but he's 5'8" on the internet. He probably has like a 9-inch dick on the internet.
There you go. So maybe so he's 5'2".
Yeah.
He has a size 6 shoe then, and he is 130 pounds. He's actually a small child.
Oh, Luca. Don't say child.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I don't.
No, that would be a problem because then everybody's like, then basically this dude's just getting people, adults in trouble. Hey, you want to choke me out? I'm a child.
Well, there's always that To Catch a Predator,
Yes, it's like, hey.
which is the greatest TV show of all time.
It's a pretty good show.
Wait, have we ever discussed Special Guy 29
Yes,
Oh, I know. About
on the
it.
podcast?
we have an episode dedicated to Special Guy 29.
Okay, good. Yeah,
He was just trying to get something to eat, though. in his defense.
he was
so-
hungry.
Yeah.
He was hungry for 6 hours.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Special Guy 29. Oh, I do remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
definitely, yes.
Yes.
He specked. That was a fucking tremendous episode, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That
funny.
was before they would get arrested, though, because they didn't
Yeah.
get the police involved.
That was the very first episode, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Special Guy 29 was in the first one, wasn't
There
it?
was one that took place in New York, but it only had 2 predators, and it wasn't as heavily emphasized. It was more like just 2 guys, and it was just circling around them. But then they realized they could just get guys left and right to the house, and it became a shit show real fast.
So, if I recall, in the same episode that Special Guy 29 was featured, there was like a rabbi with like kind of a ginger
yes.
rabbi.
Yep. Are you looking at the chat logs right
Yeah,
now?
I'm looking at chat logs.
There's a
Is this your penis, sir?
there's a specific
Is
site-
this your penis?
this guy already has a bookmark ready to go.
No, hold on. I know what you can get access to every
How's
single...
how's the audio on Andres right now?
Am I too far away?
Yes.
Now you're great now.
You gotta kiss the mic.
All right. Let me send this to... Are we friends on Facebook?
No.
Things are about
God
to get really,
damn it, Anthony.
Things are about to get very serious.
Yes, they are. Gonna have to.
I'm gonna send it to you on Messenger.
Awesome. Hey. Awesome. Let's refresh my page. Let's see. We got a message from Andres.
I'm gonna make it you.
What is your last name?
Merville. Mirville. My social security number is 125.
I feel like it should come up after MIR.
Is there a UFC tomorrow?
Yes,
It's a good one. It's the Cody and isn't that the
tiny?
one?
It's Tiny Guys. Tiny
Are you
Guys.
watching that?
I'm not watching that
Okay.
because it's not that interesting. I don't think.
You're not interested in the Cody fight?
I'm
with
not
TJ?
that.
I'm
not,
watching it.
I'm not that
I
interested.
feel
in
that's
that.
an interesting fight.
I mean, something interesting.
Are you watching it?
It crossed my mind at least. Maybe
Okay.
depending on where.
Do you have plans?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I know I have to see Sib at some point.
No, respect.
We'll see. But where are you gonna watch it?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, maybe we can get something going. All right. Check the link I sent you. You can see every single video from To Catch a Predator on there. I feel Special Guy, like, he came in the house. That was cool. Like, that was the big selling point. He came back, but his interview is kind of lackluster. He doesn't really bring a lot to the table as far as trying to, like, get out of the situation in any cunning
Well,
way.
he was just so
or-
awkward and scared.
He's just kind of a mess. And he had his socks on still. Like,
Oh my god!
Put the socks on at
It's like
least.
every video,
this is every single one.
and from like based on by state. So you can go California, Virginia, New York, Florida.
Was there one in Ohio?
There's in Greenville.
See, like he,
Expert.
The Greenville, Ohio episode.
The best. I swear to God, you're a fucking king right now. A fucking king.
I feel there was just such a, like...
What the fuck is going on here? Throw that away, please.
he's like, where is it?
Where are they going inside me?
That was a lot of them.
I'll take another one.
Okay. There's quite a few of these.
In Ohio?
Yeah. Like there's.
Well, there's a lot of predators
Oh,
in that episode. There's all the
okay.
predators that were there.
A lot of predators in Ohio.
But it was such an interesting social experiment that you get this one house and you just lure all these guys in, and their back is so against the wall, and they just have to try to talk their way out of the situation.
And how can you?
Yeah, like obviously it's really dark too. Like the intentions are dark and everything, but there is a comedic value to them trying to get out of the situation. And just Chris Hansen has such good comic relief that it's not too dark. Like he comes in with the perfect line and like.
See, but Chris is like one of these dudes who is in a situation that I think shouldn't be throwing stones as hard as he was throwing them on TV.
He had an affair. I know that.
Like,
for
but
sure,
his chick was young as fuck.
How young is young?
Like, not like illegal,
Okay.
but like a giant gap. And so it's like, you like younger people too. You just have some fucking tact. Like, you follow the rules.
Yeah.
And so since you follow the rules, you're like poking these niggas that don't follow the rules. It's like
I mean, he wasn't the brains behind it either.
I
though.
know.
He just kind of got thrown.
I
in
just
the
thought it was kind of funny to me.
situation, and
I was like, oh, Chris Hansen, you're not exactly clean here.
he was very good at it though.
He was awesome. Respect to Chris Hansen. Shout
And
out.
They did a GoFundMe. They brought the show back. So there's actually a relatively recent episode from a year ago, and they have but it was on Crime Watchers. So it was like they had about 5 or 6 predators, but it was same
So they get
style.
somebody who's like a vocal actress or actor to be like, "Hi, I'm Billy," or like, "Hi, I'm Chloe," and like, you can come over and you know.
Well, they do the whole chat log thing. What they use the thing is now it's like in this day and age now there's Snapchat and even Pokemon Go can get your kids. Like they just use a lot of
Whoa.
scare tactics. They actually say that in the episode. They're
Pokemon
it's
goes
so
to get your kid
transparent that
raped.
they're using scare tactics to make the parents watch the show.
It can though.
But like now we use Snapchat and Kik and all these different apps to get them, but it's the same shit
Well,
basically.
in a way, that's true.
Well, for sure, yeah.
I mean, I told you that story about that dude at my college who like tricked a dude to have sex with him because he told him he was a girl.
Have you told Andres
Oh, I have
that
not told
story?
you about the story. So
It's a good story.
yeah. So
You're
this,
into catfish stories.
Oh yeah.
so this
This
guy,
is one of the best ones of all time. No bullshit. Go.
So this guy, he pretends to be a chick, and he messages this guy. He's like, "Hey," it's like, let's talk. Like, they start chatting, whatever, blah blah blah. Dude sends nudes to the guy pretending to be a girl, and then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna post these online, unless you do what I tell you to do." And he's like, "Fuck you, no." And then they post them online, and he freaks out. He's like, "Oh no, all right, what do you want me to do?" He's like, "All right, there's a guy. He's talking about himself that's in the same situation as you, and you have to go to make a video with him, and he has to fuck you in the ass." And you have to record it and then send it to me, and then you'll be free. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
That's
then-
some diabolical, crazy shit.
So they do it, and then they record it, and then they send it to the person. It's like, all right, we're gonna be good now. And then the next day, the guy gets a message like, "Hey, it's bad lighting. I need you guys to do it again. Can you guys?"
Oh shit. Just really push the envelope on it. And the other guy's like, "Oh damn, I just don't want to do this again either."
No, dude's like, the second time, dude's like, "Fuck this! I'm going to the police." And he finds out the dude that he got fucked by was the dude that was blackmailing him in the first place. And the dude went to prison for like a couple years, for like I think a year. And yeah,
Jesus Christ, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
And he's
That's
like- he's-
dark.
No, wait.
and he's like
Well,
right
that took
around
a
this area,
real-
and he's right around this
dark
area
turn.
too.
Yeah, that's a
Christ.
really dark turn. No,
Dude's right around the area too.
here's the darkest turn to me. Motherfucker did a year.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was not quick
So,
time.
if you trick and rape a man,
Yeah, it's a total double standard.
it's
not taken.
It's
seriously.
not a big deal. It's like, hey man, suck that shit up.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's like even like remember with the Harvey Weinstein thing, the whole scandal. Do you remember the dude? I don't know the actor's name. He's in White Chicks. He's like the super jacked.
Terry
black guy.
Crews.
Do you ever see when he came forward with his allegations
Yes.
and everything? And like 50 Cent was talking shit about him for that, saying like he's not a real man and shit. And it's just like,
Yeah.
it's fucked up that people have that approach to that. Like I think it's pretty brave for him to step forward, especially as a guy where that scene is very.
I think it cuts both ways.
Really.
Yes. So I think when that happens to you, you stand up for yourself in that moment if you have the power to do so. So it's shocking to me that a person that size would allow himself to be so deluded into the world that he was a part of that he thought for a second that like he should let that shit slide on any level.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But the whole thing he said with it too is he just felt if he were to do something in that moment, what would happen to him, and he just felt like just the power that he had.
No, I get that.
Do you feel just the fact that he came
I
forward
get that.
later?
No.
is-
No. I don't. It makes me worry about everyone. Like,
The fact that he's willing to let that happen. What else?
Yes.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah.
it makes me worry about everyone. And like,
That's kind of scary when you think about it. That
Okay,
way, too.
so
it's like he won't step forward.
you-
Then who
right.
else? Yeah. Who else?
you're a
is-
giant dude
And
who's
you
been
won't do it.
physically assaulted.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you knock the guy out. I'm not saying that that's what you do. But I'm saying that's a very reasonable response.
No, it definitely is. Of course it is. It's a reasonable response.
Now, I'm saying that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yes,
I actually think you would too.
I would do that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do a lot of shoulda, or I would have done this, but
No.
I feel you would.
I would have done
would,
that.
Yeah, you would have done it.
Because I'm a weird sexual person. Like, openly. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
anymore. So like, I'm weird, but you don't have the right to fucking touch me
Yeah.
in a sexual manner. I'm gonna KO you. Now, if you're a girl, I'm not gonna KO you, but you're getting checked. Even if you're hot, don't fucking assume you can just touch me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But if you're some dude and you think it's funny to touch me, you're getting KO'd.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
And
for
I
sure.
don't. It's like, what if somebody pushed a woman you were with?
Yeah.
Is there a conversation?
Maybe just from his perspective too. It's maybe
Like,
there's
I
a lot to
understand,
lose
like,
in his
oh, I'm a big
situation.
black dude.
I'm just trying to
I
play
don't-
devil's advocate too, but it's like maybe that ruins his career and he has kids to take
Maybe,
care of. And
but
there's a lot on
but
it.
how broke are you? And do
That's
you
true,
think that
too.
you're an actual loser? Aren't there lots of ways to make money in this world?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Fuck him.
So you okay? So it doesn't really cut both ways. You feel fucked
No.
up, basically.
But I feel like fuck him.
Okay.
But I do understand that sometimes you can be put in a mindset where you think, oh shit, if I do this, there's gonna be all this blowback, and
I think the
I have
thing that goes with that
empathy for
too
that.
is yeah.
but fuck that. At the same
Yeah.
time, it's literally equal parts empathy and fuck that.
Okay, I
But
can
if it
see
were
that.
me, no. Like, that's a hard line, man.
Yeah, I can
It's a hard
yeah.
line.
I like to make a correction here. The dude only got 6 months, not a year.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like
Like,
with
that's
just,
fucking crazy.
But you know, if it was a girl, I'm assuming, like I could be
Oh
wrong.
my
but
God.
I feel like that
if you
would have
catfished
been.
a girl and like in the end, I have to fuck you, or I'm gonna do something to you, you're in jail for a minute.
Yeah, I feel
For
like
a
in
minute.
Hollywood, it seems like you just flirt with a
Or
girl
not,
around,
right?
like you can.
What
get in
about that
trouble.
fucking cunt who attacked that woman behind the dumpster? That
That
college
dude
kid.
was
That's
like
true,
the
yeah.
dude was out for like what, like maybe a couple, like 3 months, 3 months. Something
So
like
that
Maybe
exists too.
also maybe it's
So,
a case to case thing
let's-
too. Maybe it's not as black and white as guys always.
But I
get
would
away
like
and
to
girls
think
don't, and
that if you did something that fucking cunty, that we could say goodbye to you
there
forever.
should be repercussions for sure. More than 6 months.
Yeah,
that's
he
for
had
sure.
6. He had 6 months. Yeah,
Then people are going to jail for 20 years for drug charges. It's insane.
and he's trying to get rid of that charge too. He's trying to say that like it wasn't rape. I think it was like something else. He didn't know that she was
Coercion.
Yeah, coercion. Yeah, yeah.
That's the word that's gonna get used. Coercion.
Damn, that's fucked up though.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy personally?
I didn't. Which one? The swimmer or the dude from my? I knew
The guy who
him.
got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to he used to be like we used to hang out a lot,
Really?
and I didn't know like anything about him. He was just like kind of like he would just come into our like.
That's the guy that did the sticking.
Yeah, that's the guy who did the sticking.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, like,
But look at his eyes though. He has like those Rio Chonin shark eyes. Do you see it or no? The shape of his eyes. The exaggerated almondness.
mm-hmm.
I know this sounds like phrenology or whatever the fuck. But like the shape of his eyes and lips. Now pull up a picture. Keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Pull up a picture of Rio Chonin. I think there's a face shape that tells you sometimes that somebody is a psycho or a sociopath. And I would guarantee you that Rio Chonin is a sociopath or a psychopath, and so is this dude.
How are you so sure Rio Chonin?
I know, it's weird.
There's certain pictures like so.
Yeah,
some of
I
the-
just
go to
said
this picture.
I just said some random
Yeah.
shit.
But go to this one. This one is pretty. He definitely looks kind of off.
But not even
sure.
that. Just look at the shape of his eyes and mouth. They're the same.
Yeah, they are.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's something to that. There's something dark.
Oh no, there's definitely
That shape.
there was definitely something wrong with him because he would
Yeah.
he would exaggerate stories like we found out afterwards like there's things would happen like people.
Like I have a theory about girls with really thin lips.
Yeah, what's your theory?
It's not
But
good.
They always make duck faces in photos.
No, it's way worse than that. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it on camera.
Alright.
Not today.
We'll talk
Another
later.
day. But yeah, that dude obviously psycho.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
he's out somewhere in Cleveland, like near in this area, like near this area. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
God, he's just out there right now.
yeah. But
Probably plotting.
Is
his
that on
next
camera?
move.
what? No, his face?
Yeah.
No.
Good.
I feel like kind of
Protect the
the
business.
kind of shit like that too. It's just like you're probably gonna reoffend. Like, do you think he really learned his lesson? Like,
I
Or
mean,
maybe he was just a latent homosexual
yeah. I mean, like it's also
and like needed to figure out a way to be inside a dude.
I
yeah.
guess he found a way. It wasn't. I think there's better ways to approach it, but
I mean, he's also like,
Out of my struggle, I found a way.
he's probably like really well. He's also really close to his family, and so he's probably and he's black. So
Oh yeah, they
that's
don't
hard.
like
Yeah,
homosexuals.
it's not a big thing. It's not a big thing. He's like,
Fucking blacks.
yeah, black people.
Do you know that I got fucking I got blocked on Twitter by a chick who does webcam things where she makes dudes jerk off to like the word nigger, right? This is like hot white chick with a big ass. She blocked me because I said on Twitter I hate black people. So she was
Really?
like, she blocked me. How funny is that? Like you literally make your living off the word nigger. And I tweeted it when I'm in line at like a fucking CVS and some black chick grabs her kid and I was like, I fucking hate black people. It was a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke. And I'm a black person.
You also
and she
didn't,
was like,
you also didn't say that you were wearing like a mask at the time.
at the time,
There you go.
it wasn't entirely clear that I was a black person. But if you really looked, you could see.
Yeah.
I mean, no one has time for that though. She just saw hate and she just had to block. She had to get that out of her
Vicinity.
visual, out of the vicinity.
Fair enough. So,
So
do you have the weird news?
I have. We'll do one weird news article because the other ones were kind of eh. Oh, we got two. You heard about the Brooklyn Becky thing?
No.
It's just another one of those white people calling the police about.
Oh, again, that's so rampant right now. Why
yeah.
is that? Is
It's
that
not
always a
rampant.
thing?
It's not rampant.
Well, is it always a thing? But now people are really bringing it to the public
It's
eye.
the camera.
Yeah, because we got camera phones now.
But I feel like we've had cameras for a while, but it seems like in the past month, it's just happened repeatedly.
You're really speaking to the black people right now. You say we've been had cameras.
been had.
We as people, don't put words in my
No,
mouth.
just,
You know what I mean.
that's that Cleveland Heights in you, dog.
Yeah.
That's that Heights High. That's that Heights High. It's that white chocolate.
Yeah.
We've been had cameras.
Been had. There you go.
You know what? Actually, one of my favorite things that ever happened when I was with you was the time that your sister picked up the phone and started talking into somebody who was like, I'm gonna get my cousins on you. That was
Yeah.
like one of the funniest fucking
She
things.
sold it really well.
It was really
Oh
good.
my god, she did a really amazing troll job once where some girl named someone texted her phone asking for Sade. And she was just like, "Yep, this is Sade," and she just went on with it for like a month. She was convincing him that she was Sade, and she was just making Sade just like a real obscene, disgusting person. And they're like, "Sade, this doesn't sound like you." She's like, "This is the new Sade." Like she just reinvented herself over the course of a month.
This is that new Sade.
And then eventually, like, tell me about the thing in summer camp that we did that nobody knows about. And then she kind of got, at that point, it was
Yeah.
the jig was up. But
It was the same as like.
but forever
this
they'll
picture.
always know, like, who the fuck was that person that we texted and they took it to this level.
There's something wrong with your family.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful.
It was pretty good though.
No, that's fucking tremendous.
Oh man.
All right, so hit me with it.
There you go. A man has all his limbs amputated after dog licks. Lick leads to infection.
What do you mean?
So like he had like a cut, and there's like it's only like a 1% chance of this ever happening. But like say like this dog had like it's like the dog's saliva transferred a rare disease. It's like the blah 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 blah.
Look how they make the saliva look real gross too. There's like
Yeah.
black shit
It's
in
real
it,
scary.
red
this
shit
is
in
this
it.
is a great fear tactic. Like I'm
Like, don't
because
let
I have
your
a dog, so now I'm all like, oh, what?
Yeah, but basically it's like through like they came through the bloodstream through like licks and bites, and basically what happened was an infection, and basically his limbs just there's no circulation went to any of his limbs, so I just start cutting things off. And I don't think they have a picture of him stubbed out, but like
Stubbed out. You son of a bitch.
I mean, that's the best way to say it.
Why don't you call him a nugget?
Yeah.
You, you bastard.
I would like to think he's more like a doll now.
Like a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Exactly.
That's definitely unfortunate though.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but he's alive. He lived to tell a tale about this. But yeah, they had to cut all.
And to
his,
find
Yeah,
us.
What? Christ, man, that
Yeah.
sucks.
yeah, so that happened, and then
All right, no more dog licks.
Yeah, I guess that ship has sailed.
another sad news.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Explain.
So this man cheated on this dude's wife, and in North Carolina, there's like an adultery law, and so you can charge for damages.
Shut the fuck
Wow,
up.
you
And
can do
so-
a good hustle with that.
Yeah. So but like his was legit because like not only was
Wait,
she
what do you mean it was legit?
well, it was legit that like there was like, well, and then okay, whatever happened in the courts, whatever, blah blah blah. But for the way it works in North Carolina is that it's not necessarily damages. It's more of like penalization. Like, we do this so you'll never do this again. We want you to really know that this is, you fucked up. So they'll do 3 times the amount of what they're actually, like, what it's actually worth, what the actual damages are worth.
Wait, what? How could the damages be worth anything?
Because he ran a business and his wife was his business partner essentially with that, and because of that he lost an employee, and once he lost her, revenue started going down.
There's a riff in the business.
Yeah.
Fucked
So because of
everything
that,
up.
he could use it as a suit. And so, but first he was like, I was just trying to get my marriage back, but then I saw we get adultery lawyers in North Carolina. I'm like, cash. And so he got $2 million of it was compensatory damages and blah blah blah, and the other rest of it was just because they can charge you 3 times the amount for penalization.
Yeah, see, I don't support people getting money after people break up.
Yeah.
Shit happens. People grow distant. You guys gotta. That's
Like-
part of life.
And
And what's the money? Well, I guess he had a business. So
Well,
it's
also
a
they
little
could
more
they could
complex,
also
but-
prove that it wasn't like a thing where it was like, oh, it just happened. Like, no, the guy actively was going after his wife. Like when she would go somewhere for like a
What does
spot.
that mean,
well,
though?
no, like
Like, I didn't steal your girl, dog.
right, but
I
like,
didn't steal your girl. She chose.
but that's not how it works in the eye of the law. Women are property. Amen.
So what are we doing here?
So basically,
I mean?
basically what it was that everywhere she was, he was there. Like she got a spa day for her. Like, husband's like, hey, take a spa day, whatever. It's no big deal. He was just like, I'll
With
go.
Billy.
But no, but Billy was just there. When the day she went anywhere, he would get a hotel down the road, and he just kept on being there in her life. And eventually, it just worked. He worked his magic and got in
From
there.
the DMs.
Yeah.
Damn.
To the bedroom.
Yes.
Well, he made a lot of money out of it, so.
Now he lost a lot of money. Well, the guy made a lot of
Well,
money.
one
out of
dude
it.
did.
Yeah, one dude did, and one dude that fuck wasn't worth it.
Man.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think any fuck's worth that.
No, that's super whack though. Just like I don't really like the idea of like you get half. Like personal relationships are personal relationships. Like everything affects everything. It affected your business. Make your business better. Suck it up.
Yeah.
That's a loss. You had a blind spot. Something bad happened. So you want what, the court to fix it? Because it can?
Can.
Well, then that same cunt can't cry about like welfare and shit. Can't cry about like people taking advantage of the system.
Right, because he just did.
Because you just did.
Yeah.
You just did it in a fucking higher brow way.
Yeah. Hey,
It's the same cunty bullshit though. It's
she
like,
ruined my business.
oh, I'm allowed to do this?
He's like, cool. Let me get that cash.
Well, then let me put my dick in the mashed potatoes then. Like, no, get your dick out of the mashed potatoes. It doesn't belong in there.
Well, you feel fucked over and you get the opportunity to make millions. It's probably kind of appealing.
I get that.
I understand the principle and you're
I
exploiting
get
the
that.
system,
No,
but
I get it.
there is an allure that's like, oh, I feel like shit right now. All this shit's fucked up. Oh, I can make millions off of this. Okay. This will have to do, I guess.
Like, I'll just do good later.
Yeah.
And maybe he will.
Wait, what? Maybe,
What?
maybe I will watch this card.
I know, it looks good, I thought.
What's the card?
Let's go back. UFC 227. My brain stopped because the UFC site's still down for me. But here is the card. So they got TJ Dillashaw versus Cody Garbrandt,
Ohio.
Ohio. You say you got the Johnson Demetrius versus Cejudo.
The best.
Yes. You got
Didn't he already beat him really bad once?
Yeah.
Do you think he has a chance of?
Cejudo?
Yeah.
He gonna get smashed again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really selling it though. Like they have
They
to.
have
though.
to. What the fuck?
this guy has beat everybody that ever existed in his division.
But won't he not fight T.J. Dillashaw?
They will. After, they're going
Like,
to set this up after this fight. They're
Didn't
basically
he like have the opportunity and he didn't take it? Like he,
Correct.
yes, because
Well-
he wanted to break his record. The record for longest title defenses. No, he's either
But
wins.
that just shows I don't know. That kind of looks a little unappealing. But
I don't know, like, if you know that you're in the lightest weight class and that nobody cares, but you could eclipse a record that's held that's important in the game, you want to do that first.
I guess that makes
So
sense.
if TJ wants to make 25, we fight at 25. If I have to go to 35, I'm going to do this first.
Is he
and then
gonna?
we will
Do
see.
they have to meet in the middle? Is that what's gonna happen?
No.
Was TJ willing to go to 125?
Well, TJ was definitely willing to go to 125, but I think DJ was more concerned with having it because if what would happen is that if maybe TJ didn't make weight, then and if Demetrius Johnson won that fight between TJ and DJ, that wouldn't count
But
towards
he-
it wouldn't count towards his title defense.
And
win
he's
streak.
never made the weight. So it's like,
Why
You
take a
can't
chance?
just get a fucking shot
Yeah.
if you've never made this weight.
Right.
It's a reasonable thought.
Yeah. So, but now the thing is that after this fight, and now whoever wins between TJ and Cody, they get to fight DJ as a super fight. But only if DJ wins, obviously. If DJ doesn't win, then nobody gets
Yeah,
a
if
fight.
Henry Cejudo wins, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. And then,
He probably won't realistically. I'm assuming.
No, he's not gonna win.
but how
Respect though.
how dare you?
Well, didn't that fight got canceled?
I did get
Yeah,
canceled. Oh,
Gustafson's
damn.
hurt.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's right. And then, yeah, so after that, that's what got me excited. But if that's canceled, then I'm not that excited anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to see some.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. But Cub Swanson got palm trees on my abs.
SoCal.
Yes.
SoCal in the building.
Yes.
Cub's been around for so long.
Yeah, he was in
man.
WEC. I
Yeah,
remember
WEC.
that.
He was dope there. He was dope there. It's not that he's not good at like in the UFC now, but like it's a tough weight class.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a grinder of a weight class.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he's on the same level as those other guys. But
Let's see if there's anything interesting after that.
I mean, the main event is
Derek
exciting, though.
Brunson.
Oh, Derek Brunson. Wait, no, it's canceled too.
Oh,
Because now he's fighting Stylebender.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I've seen like the
They talking shit.
Instagram
They start-
Stylebender going at him
Yeah, they started talking shit when they were at the weigh-ins for
and
the.
Betch.
But that's canceled too.
That's canceled too.
Yeah.
All the famous
everything
folk
everything is interesting is
off
canceled.
the card.
And then No Name, and then
You mean No Face?
No Face. I'm sorry.
There's still a name there. You son of a
She
bitch.
looks real mysterious. She looks so win. It's a real mystique to her.
Anthony,
Yes,
I think the time has come.
it has come.
You gotta take white chocolate to a place where he can rest.
Okay.
A soft place to lay.
Yes.
So that he can go and give that straight dope to the people. Is it sold out?
I don't know. We'll see.
Look, even if it is sold out,
Show up.
show up, you fucking cunts. Bring cash.
Yeah.
Bring cash.
They'll make space.
It's only 40 American dollars.
Yes.
I'll make space. I'll step off the mat for you. If you show up and they say it's sold out, I'll step off the mat and I will take notes. Show the fuck up. Support people that come from your city. Always. And with that, we love you. XOXO. Goodbye, Internet.